Thirdly, gender violence in PNG is not well adjudicated either by customary informal justice or the state system of police, prisons and courts. The first typically values reconciliation and restoration of communal relations, so that rather than compensation going to the victim, the woman who's been raped or assaulted, valuables like pigs or money primarily go to her male kin. The second typically focuses more on the individual victims and perpetrators and privileges punishment and imprisonment once guilt is established. But again, as our different contributors show, there's a dismal record of outcomes for women, particularly those who were victims of rape, and especially if they're young and mobile. And also those rapists who have ended up in prison typically deny any sense of individual responsibility and even rather see themselves as victims of the injustices of modern life, as embattled modern men. This is an idea about contemporary embattled masculinities that's been developing. Fourth, our research clearly shows that although gender violence has a long history in Papua New Guinea, where in the past rape was routinely used as a weapon of war in many parts of the highlands, and where women were killed in many areas for entering the sacred precincts of men's cult houses, it's actually the dramatic transformations of contemporary life which have occasioned new contexts and indeed new catalysts for gender violence. So around the sites of extractive industries like mining and logging, there are particularly intense conflicts between men and women which are entangled with debates about who are landowners and who has access to the new wealth. The violence of rascal gangs in towns like Port Moresby and Goroka and on the connecting highways often entails gender violence as well. So typically thefts from houses or cars are accompanied by sexual abuse and rape, and often serial rape, that is gang rape, of a female victim by several men. In Talk Pisin, this is called line-up. And perhaps most worrying has been the way in which the epidemic of HIV has impacted on relations between women and men. In many ancestral cosmologies in the country, women's bodies, and especially their blood at menstruation and birth, was seen as a source of danger and pollution to men. And there were elaborate rites to purge boys of women's blood and accumulate semen for strength. In some parts of the highlands, any contact, and especially sexual contact with women, was thought to enfeeble men, and so even in marriage, sex was infrequent.